Hey, what up, family? It's your boy, Tim Castleman, and welcome to another edition of the Two Drink Tim podcast. I'm not even going to name this one. I'm not even going to give it a number, episode number, any bullshit like that. It's just a special Two Drink Tim is in a cunty mood and wanted to record a podcast special. It's like Christmas, just with no presents, lots of tears, and everyone standing around being like, why is your sister such a whore? I actually don't have any sisters that are whores, so not really sure where that came from. Maybe we should try this again. Hey, everybody, it's Tim Castleman, and welcome to another edition of Two Drink Tim. All right, so today, what am I going to talk about? So I thought to myself, you've had a spectacularly interesting Monday where some stuff has got screwed up, and you've just had a bunch of fun, quote-unquote, stuff go on. What would you like to do? And I thought, there's one group of friends that I just haven't taken a shot at in a long time. And maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to flex the old muscles and go after my favorite, in parentheses, market, which is the multi-level marketing people. So before I do that, I'm going to do something kind of strange that you've probably never heard me talk about on the podcast before, and I'm going to give a disclaimer. That's right. Look at old Timmy going soft here. Here's the deal, right? I know the people in multi-level marketing companies, especially the people at the bottom level or the entry level or the ground level or the whatever, terminology your multi-level marketing cult uses for the people that are silly enough to give $500 at a whack. Well, whatever those people are. They're good people with great intentions that believe in a message and believe in a marketing platform, whether that's sending out postcards, whether that's, selling them energy drinks, whatever it is. I don't know what your particular MLM is. Those people are awesome. And you know what? I'm sure the people at the top and the middle, I'm sure they're all awesome. I have a problem with the industry, okay, which we'll save for another podcast. But here's my real problem with multi-level marketers is they're shitty fucking marketers, right? I apologize for the potty words, but Timmy C gets a nickel every time he drops an F-bomb, right? No, like they're absolutely horrific marketers. Like I try to think of we're like horrifically bad marketers. And unfortunately, because I'm friends with a lot of these wonderful people, this shit clogs up my news feed every day. So because I'm forced to look at it and because I'm in a cunty mood, you get to listen to me. Why? Because it's Two Drink Tim. It's my podcast. And damn it, that's what we're going to talk about. So what do I mean by their shitty market? Okay, and there's so many different ones, right? There's the belly wrap ones. There's the, send out a card. There's a drink this. There's a smoke this. Well, if that's a multi-level marketing, that's a multi-level marketing company I could get behind. Be like, grow your own marijuana. Be like, I would be on the ground floor of that, and then I would be diamond, triple, quadruple elite by day 2. I would just buy it all. I'd be like, what do I got to buy? A $100,000 grow farm with 25 alpacas in Costa Rica? Down. Here's the credit card. Next level. Give me the pin. Award me the fake Ferrari. Let's do this, right? So getting back to sorrel nimblance, whatever. Don't use the 10-cent words, Tim, when you've had 10-cent tequila. So my biggest problem with these guys is they're terrible marketers, okay? And it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. I see it on Facebook all the time, come thrive with me. And hey, I bet you if you talk to me nicely, I'd give you some free samples. It's like, really? You mean if I talk to you really sweetly and politely and whisper sweet nothings in your ear, you're going to give me free samples and then you're going to ear rape me for the next 6 to 8 months until I unfriend you on Facebook, burn my address book, and try to find that Men in Black receiver so that I can never have any recollection like, oh, how nice of you. Okay, so I'm really recording this out of love, although I know it's not coming across as you sit this, in your car or at the payday loan place or wherever it is that this message finds you in your multi-level marketing journey and you're just sobbing, into the shoulder of some strange man that, bought you breakfast and decided, to tell you that he loved you. Like, whatever. You live your fantasies, I'll live mine. Like, this message really is out of love, and this is really meant to kind of help improve, because if you're going to just, besiege my Facebook wall or try to be cool social media awesome person, I would really appreciate it if you would do a better job. Okay, just entertain me a little bit, okay? Dance, monkey dance, literally and figuratively. If you have a dancing monkey, like I'm pretty sure you could become president of one of these just with that. Like, I don't do anything. I give the monkey here a peanut, and he just throws multi-level marketing stuff to everyone. So here's the deal. I don't give a crap what you're selling. I don't care if you're doing, postcards to the mail, if you're doing energy drinks, if you're doing belly wraps. Nobody gives a shit about the product, okay? Nobody gives a shit. Everyone's like, let me tell you about how awesome my product is. Don't give a shit. Don't care. What I care about is what can that product do for me. So whatever it is that you're selling, right? Let's say you're selling, send-out cards. That's one that's pretty popular. I got a guy that I tremendously respect, David Frey, in that business. Not going to talk a lick of smack about David Frey. He's an internet marketing legend and has legitimate six-pack abs and could probably crush me with one of his bicep curls. Okay, but if you're selling that, you're not selling the fact that you can send out a postcard, right? Or you can send out a greeting card. You're selling what that can do for you. So if you're in a business, right, what can that do? Well, now you can automate your client retention and your impact points, meaning that, how often you speak to clients. Now you can make sure you never forget an anniversary, a birthday. Now you can never, tell your wife you love her 365 days out of the year. Tell your grandmother that you care and you miss, right? You're selling the end result. What is it that your product or service is going to do? So when I see like the Thrive thing, it always kills me because they're like, I feel amazing with Thrive. It's like, here's the other thing, right? Nobody gives a shit about you. With a little caveat, a little asterisk mark there at the very tiny little parts of it. And here's what I mean by that, okay? People care about you more than they care about the product, but they care about you less than they care about the result, okay? They care about you. They want to know a little bit about your journey, your story, or whatever. Okay, but ultimately what they want is they want that result. Whatever it is that you're selling, whatever pill, potion, book, whatever your monstrosity is, that's what they care about. So you have to get people interested and excited about you first, and also you need to get them excited about the results that are being achieved through the product and the service. And you may be like, well, Tim, listen, I'm a nobody, right? I'm nobody. I'm just a guy here in Lubbock, Texas, who's selling this to, help the family get by, whatever it is. That's great. You know what? I'm going to relate a hell of a lot more to that story than I am some multi-billion-dollar conglomerate that I see on TV all the time, right? Tony Horton encapsulates people into his P90X stuff through the story. You need to get people involved in your life and your business through the story, because it's not just a matter of the product. People do want to get to know you a little bit, but they want to know why. Why is it that you believe in this so badly that you're willing to sacrifice all your friends and family and any amount of dignity and good taste by prolifically spamming the interwebs? Why is it that you're willing to do that? Well, listen, I was unemployed. I was looking for something I could do. I could start my own hours. I could, run my own hours. I could be my own boss. Whatever they told you in that 20-second stump speech that made you be like, here's my money, take it, please, amazing, right? Whatever, you could have a team, and your team could have a team, and then one day you could be in the Bermudas, right, just drinking and making money while you sleep on the internet. Oh, wait, no, it's internet marketing. Sorry, I don't want to get the fables crossed, right? So you got to get people involved in your story to get people excited about it. Don't make it about the product. Make it about yourself initially, because people will follow people they know, like, and trust, okay? That's one. Two, then make it about the product, okay? And don't talk about how awesome it is. Don't tell me shit, show me shit, right? Real talk. Don't tell me shit, show me shit. If your product's so amazing and awesome, show me why it's so amazing and awesome. Show me results. Show me proof. See, we're skeptical. We are skeptical. I am skeptical. Anytime that what you have to do is you got to imagine your consumer, okay? Especially if you're bringing this up to them and they're not bringing it up to you. And what I mean by that for the marketing newbies is if I come to you and I go, hey, Jaime, look, man, dude, something's changed about you. What's going on? Like you seem like you're in shape a little bit more. You seem like you got more energy. I don't hear about you beating the wife nearly as often. Things like that. It's like, oh, damn. That's someone that comes to you, then you can share the message. Because they're coming to you with arms wide open, like Creed, and arms wide open, right? Like that, except for the bad singing. I hope I didn't cause an accident there. If I did, please send all legal bills to somebody else. Because, yeah, let me check the coffers there. No, we're empty. Great, okay. Where the fuck was I? ADD Podcast, Tim Castleman. Yes. Seriously, this is another pause where my brain is, I'm just like, okay, brain, kick it out of neutral. I know you're yelling at whatever device. You're like, you were right there. I got it. It'll come to me in a second, okay? So people care about your story, okay? Oh, yeah, that's what push-pull marketing, right? So when people come to you, they come with their arms wide open. It was the Creed thing. I was preparing for the second verse. That's what threw me off. That's when you can share the message. But if their arms are crossed and you're like, hey, let me come up and tell you about this whiz-bang contraption. It slices, it dices, it this, it that. Nobody cares about that. So you have to set up your marketing in a way that gets people excited and interested in what you have to sell them eventually, but initially gets them to go, hey, what are you doing over there? Hey, what are you doing over there? That's what you need to do. And the way you do that, my good MLM friends, I can call you friends now, right? Because we're buddies and we got matching MLM tattoos together, is you show the results that you get with whatever the product or service that you're selling is. Okay? So, like my wife, she does that Shakeology stuff. I'm not sure if it's a multi-level marketing. I'm pretty damn convinced it is. If it is, great. If it isn't, whatever. She didn't ask me but she's always posting photos of her workouts, and she's always posting photos of her drinking her shakes, and people naturally are inquisitive, and they go, hey, what is that you're doing? And through the course of diet and exercise and stuff like that, she's dropped a Backstreet Boy, pretty much, right? She's dropped like 40 plus pounds, right? I'm sure the Backstreet Boys weigh in at about 60, so she's almost there. She's basically lost a Lance Bass, but not a Joey, whatever the fat guy in that band was called, right? So you got to show the result. You can't just show the product. You have to show what the result does. And you can say text. That's awesome, because I've seen some people, Larissa, that have done this, right? And they're like, I lost 12 pounds. No, bullshit. Show me a scale before, show me a scale afterwards. Take one of those kidnapped, hijacked, taken for photos, right, where it's got you with a damn TV or a newspaper showing the date at the beginning and then also at the end. Well, Tim, I've already had my miraculous transformation. I didn't do any of that. Silly you. But here's the next thing you do. If you don't have results, and that's okay, we all got to start from somewhere. If you don't have results, you got to go out and you find some people that are dedicated. Then you do everything you can to make them successful. You check in with them. You give them white label glove service. The whole thing is this. If I tell you how amazing and awesome I am, and I am, right, you think what you just thought 2 seconds ago, which is, that guy's a little bit of a douche. But if I had 25 people start this podcast with, well, Tim Castleman, you've changed my life forever, right? They all can't be freaking liars, okay? And I only got, so many baby mamas to make up the podcast. So show people the results. So stop thinking about the product. Okay, start thinking about the results that you can show people. And while you're thinking about the results, think about who can benefit this more. This isn't a spray and pray approach, okay? This has to be targeted, calculated, precision-like, which is why most of these marketers suck, by the way, because they just go to some conference. They're like, post 7 times a day on social media. And they're like, okay, annoying post number 1. Let's see, 15 people unfriended me. And by the end of day 2, it's just them and their mom. And they're like, Mama, I don't know what I did wrong. I did everything they told me to do in that conference. That's because you're just telling everyone the same message, okay? How do I start my podcast off? Think about it. If you need to, go back to the, hey, what's up, family? It's your boy, Tim Castleman. Now, why do I say it like that? Because, right, as a white boy growing up in the hood of San Diego, can I get clarification? If you grew up anywhere close to San Diego, can you actually call it a hood? I need to know, am I M&M status yet? Or am I like Nas status? Or am I more like Ja Rule status? Like where on the rap hip-hop depth chart do I rate? By the way, that story is a good example of what I'm about to tell you. Now, I say that because that's how I talk, right? And I don't talk like that all the time. I don't know. It just, I heard it one day. It stuck with me. I do every podcast like that. People my age and below probably don't matter, right? But if David Frey ever made the mistake of listening to this podcast, he would probably be horribly offended. The first of which would be my intro and greeting, because to him, okay, an elder statesman of his thing, right, I should be like, hello, everyone. Welcome to Tim Castleman's Two Drink Tim podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to reveal to you how to bore the ever-living shit out of you with this monotone do-nothing voice. My whole point in telling you that story is you have to appeal to your target market. So if you're selling to old ladies to wrap shit around their stomachs, right, then your language, then your examples, then everything about it has to make sense to them. They don't understand the new whiz-bang stuff. They don't understand the interwebs. They don't understand Uber, right? But they understand things of their day that if you reference them, if you do callback points, one, it builds a nostalgia bridge, which basically makes them think about, oh, I remember how everything was amazing in the past. And man, if I have this product, that will reconnect me to the past when I was young and vital and healthy and vibrant and had everything going for me. But the whole point is you can't do that if you're saying the same message to everyone. So literally get down and go, look, here's what I'm going to do, right? These are the ones that I'm interested in. These are the people that make sense to me to market. These are the people that don't make sense to me. I was at Russell Brunson's Funnel Hack Live event. And Garrett White was on the stage, and he spoke, and I don't have a lot of things to say, but I will say that Garrett knows his market in depth and in detail, and as a result of that, he has no problem saying women and people that are employees, I have nothing to offer you. And I think a lot of times in our brains and our minds, we think, oh man, listen, I got to be liked and loved by everyone. And the truth of the matter is, no, you don't. There's plenty of people that would like to drive the Tim Castleman bus right off a cliff. That's okay, right? I'm actually doing this online course, if you will. I'm going to name drop here, so get ready to catch it. James Patterson doing a master class on writing. One of the things that intrigues me about James is that he actually doesn't write many of his books anymore. So I wanted to see how he does that with a ghostwriter and a team and all that good stuff. And but one of the things that really struck me out is he said, listen, thousands of people, tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people don't like me or the way that I write. Lucky for me, millions of people do. And the bottom line is, even if the majority don't like you, that's okay, because only a small minority needs to do that, especially if you're selling something that has a shelf life or something that has to go down the drain and out the chute once or twice a month. It's like if you're selling me laundry detergent, if you can get me convinced that yours is the best, the greatest, the most awesome laundry detergent ever, chances are I'm going to be a customer for life, because that's kind of how we are with brands. So understand, it's okay to repel people. If I'm not your target market, right? If you're like my friend Tara, right? You're doing the Body Brains bank account for the ladies, or the babes, as I call them to her when she scowls at me and wishes death upon me and my family from that beautiful house on the coast, right? It's like she knows her target market, so she doesn't want to speak to guys. Guys are okay. You can come along for the journey, but I guarantee the first time they raise their hand and go, oh, I'm sorry, Tara, when you did this training on whatever, it didn't really appeal to me. She goes, well, that's because you have a penis and you don't apply here, right? You're not 100% good fit, as we like to call it. So don't be afraid to offend and repel. Okay, maybe not offend, but repel the people that aren't good for you. And that way you can speak to the market that you want to attract. So if you're trying to get a guy who's in his mid-30s, that's out of shape, that loves hockey, loves dogs, likes drinking, smokes cigars, among other things, loves crappy live music and really good live music, and travels a bunch and goes to Mexico, then you can write that to that person. The more you know about that person, the more you can write it. And guess what? It's really easy if you're on social media. So instead of going off and firing off an ear cannon, right, go and actually look. Like, go, hey, look, this guy looks like he'd be my ideal thing. Go cyber stalk him, right? And by the way, if you get arrested for this again, send all your legal paperwork to somebody else, because we can't help you here, right? But go look at them. Are they married? Do they have kids? Are they working for themselves? Find out a commonality. We are more similar than we are dissimilar, even though we like to think we're radical individuals, right? It's funny how many individuals are looking for a place to call home, especially the staunchly fierce ones, if you will. So figure out your ideal target customer, then figure out what is it that you have to put in front of them to get them excited, right? To get them excited. And once you do that, okay, and if you're like, well, Tim, I don't want to get them excited. Results, right? What does the average 35-year-old fat, balding guy want? To be young and skinny again, to attract all those lady, right? Figure out what that is and then put that in front of them with your product and service or whatever their desired outcome is. Maybe it's a guy who's trying to get his business off the ground and he needs to be able to reach clients, but he doesn't have the time to sit there and lick stamps all day long and personally handwrite envelopes, whatever it is, okay? Well, then you could use send-out cards, right? Find out what their problems are, figure out how whatever you're selling them is a solution, and then go out and get the result that they want to achieve so that they have no choice but to believe you, because results speak louder than words. I mentioned Tara. Tara, I'm terrible with your name, sweetie. I'm gonna butcher it. I'm actually going to Facebook right now while you're waiting. This is called a stretch in radio terms. I'm actually doing the stretching thing. Right? Let me just get it for you. Hold on one second. Tara Larice. Oh my goodness, Tara. Why you couldn't have a simple name, right? Taylor Reese, I can't even pronounce it. I'll just spell it for you. Rideaux. That's her last name. Okay? This beautiful lady lives in San Diego, California. She has I believe to be a multi-level marketing. It may not even be. I don't know. I could be totally off base. But she has a brand called Body Brains, easy for me to say, Body Brains Bank Account. Okay? Every time she posts a photo, it's of her on the beach in California with her group, relaxing, chill, all that stuff, right? It's all that stuff there. And guess what? People eat that stuff up because they see the result. So if you're selling a Get Skinny pill, show me how people like you, maybe even you included, are using it to get skinny. Whatever the desired outcome your product serves, get that desired outcome. If you don't have anyone, again, go out there and get people and say, listen, here's the deal. I will give you this. Whatever product X is, I'm going to give it to you for the next 60 to 90 days. But here's the deal. You got to be committed. You got to be focused. You got to count with me. You got to give me a testimonial, which is a nice way of saying nice things about me at the end. You got to post your results on social media. We got to document this like it's a scientific lab. And the people that balk, good, because they were going to fucking fail on you anyway. The people that don't, those are your people. In the next 60 to 90 days, you do what you need to do. You get them the results. You get in there and you make that stuff happen. And then at the end of it, you go, hey, I want to tell you about my story. But you know what's more important than my story is me helping other people. Let me talk to you about Jim. Jim's a good friend of mine. Jim started taking the happy, horny, sexy pill. Before he knew it, he had 2 wives, 6 bank accounts, $1 billion, whatever it is. Right? Whatever the end fantasy, goal, desire, and dream is for your ideal person. So figure out your ideal client, okay? Figure out what the results those people want to achieve. Show them those results so that they come to you versus you coming to them. Okay? And be strategic and serious about your marketing. So this is what actually started this whole thing, right? As we go down the therapy chain here. I actually saw... And I'm actually going to send this to you. So, Jaime, this is for you, my friend. But it's made with love. So please kind of understand this, okay? But I saw an acquaintance of mine, and he had posted this photo, which was just hilarious to me. But he had posted this photo of, it says, and I'm actually looking at it, looks like the mosquitoes won tonight. Ouch. Even mosquitoes are curious about Thrive, okay? And then it shows a photo of like his side there, and it literally 1, 2, 3, I don't know. I'm going to say he has approximately 10 mosquito bites. I see some manscaping areas that might have been I mean, this guy got destroyed, but he's got a photo of the Thrive on there. And I know what he's probably doing. He's like, oh, I'll listen, some curiosity, all X, all Y, all Z. No, you actually won't, right? What that made me be is like that again. That's not the ideal image. I don't want a guy that looks like this, right? Drinking Thrive, whatever the hell Thrive is, right? What I want is the results that people are getting. Now, to his credit, he did do this earlier. He did this a couple days ago, whatever, where he showed his wife and said, hey, she's lost weight on this. And I think that's great. But again, people are skeptical. Okay, of course your wife did. Of course you did. Who else besides you guys have done that? So it's just one of those things that you have to remember the skeptical people out there and how are you going to overcome their skepticism and find as many ways as possible to do it. And find ways, again, Find ways to get people excited or curious. How do I know this is going to work? Well, let me tell you how I know it's going to work, okay? About a year ago, I decided that I was going to follow up on my buddy Colin's advice, and I was going to start journaling every day for business and write down, spend some time on my thoughts, and to keep myself accountable, I would post a photo every day to social media. That's it. Didn't tell anybody what I was doing. I just blah, 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 blah. Posted it. And I did this I think I did it for like 60 consecutive days. I actually finished an entire notebook. By the end of the 60 days, I joke with my friend, Colin, but it's true. I said, well, let me see how many PMs I can get about this. And every single day, I got 2 to 3 PMs from people that told me the following. Man, you're such an inspiration. Man, I can't believe that you're this dedicated. And more importantly, dude, what are you doing? Okay? That's them coming to me, not me going to them. That's what you want. Because when you are trying to hammer it down their throat like some Craigslist call girl, right, they're not going to pay attention to you. But if you go and you show them the results and you basically say, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is how awesome me, my team are, this is how great we're doing, whatever it is. If you will do that, then people will beat a path to your door. And then you can say, well, this is what I'm doing, and this is why I'm doing it, and I'm just like you. Or this works for people just like you, you know. And if you, the more you can message and get your message and market match, the old Dan Kennedy sayings, right? Basically that you have the right message to the right market at the right time, the better your chances of success. Always remember, okay, what is the end goal or end result people are trying to achieve with whatever multi-level product that you're serving, and how can you demonstrate that through your own success, or more importantly, through the success of other people? Better if it is people that have worked with you, can give you testimonials, can give you proof, screenshots, whatever it is. So again, my problem isn't with multi-level marketing the people. You know, the other thing I tell you that pisses me off about them is you guys immediately want to have sex with me, right? You're like, hi. I'm like, hi, I'm Tim. You are, hi, I'm John, and I want to totally tell you about this thing that you didn't agree to listen to or not, and for the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm totally going to just ear rape you while you just sit here and pray for death. Is that okay? Like, no, that's not okay. Not okay. What is okay is for you to stop and go, how can I benefit this person? Okay, which is a longer term goal and strategy. The shorter term goal and strategy is this, right? How can I show them the results that they want? So either go and help them in their life and business, which takes time, is convoluted, and you blah, 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 or better yet, spend your time focusing on getting the results that they want to achieve. Then go and say, hey, check out these results I got. They go, that's pretty cool. Go, you want results like that? Yeah, I kind of do. Well, great. Here's what I did to get that result. People are silently screaming out in desperation and silently wanting to be led. I don't remember the guy that Dan Kennedy talks about all the time, but basically his saying was, people walk around with their umbilical cord unattached looking for a place to put it. And that's true. And if you can show me how it will benefit me, how it will, improve my life, give me more time with family, make more money, better sex, more self-confidence, etc., 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 and you can show me through real results, then chances are you're not going to have a lead problem anymore, because you are going to be showing them the ideal self-image of what they want and the results that they're looking to achieve. So there you go. There you have it. Made out of love, wrapped in whatever. I don't know. It's free, so if you don't like it, you can go to PayPal and try to get your money back. They will tell you that it's a digital, non-tangible product, and that, like all products from Castleman Consulting, do not come with a refund policy. Thank you, and good night. So, there you go. Use it, don't use it, I don't care, okay? Focus on the right people that you want to get your message in front of. Find out what the result those people are looking to achieve with your product. Get that result for yourself or other people. Share your journey. Be out there. Give value to others first before asking, okay? And above all, show results, show proof, show that it works. That's it. That's all. I'm done. Good night. Talk to you real soon.